Hello, good evening, and happy Wintervale. Yes, it would seem for this particular brawl we've gone back in time and we're exchanging gifts, which for me is pretty awesome because I was kind of disappointed we didn't get this brawl during the actual Wintervale. We got a couple of alright ones, which were the Clockwork Card Dealer and Party Portals, but I felt that the Wintervale should have had the Wintervale event, so to get it now is pretty good. It's a very fun event, and you do get a very shiny card back as well, so yay. And for those who already have the card back, you can get a card pack. Yes, they've already thought about this, and for those who have already participated in the Tavern Brawl previously, you will get a very shiny card pack to open and hopefully get some awesome cards from it. So there's something for everyone, and everybody goes away happy. If you've not played this brawl before, then it's fairly straightforward in how it works. At the start of your turn, if you don't have a crate in front of you, one will be dropped in by Great Father Winter, which is a 0/4 minion, and if you destroy your opponent's crate, you get to discover one of their spells. Alternatively, if you destroy your own crate, you can discover one of your spells. The spell itself will be a 5 cost or more, and the cost of it is reduced by 5. As well as the class spells, there is also the Hard Pack Snowball. If you cast this, it will put 3 of your opponent's minions, randomly selected of course, back into their hand. So that's a very good spell to take if you need it. And when we had this brawl before, Warlock was definitely the class to go with because they had things like Power Overwhelming and Soulfire, very cheap cast spells that allowed them to get rid of one or both of the crates very easily. With that in mind, I thought I'd run through some of the newest cards from this expansion just to show you what you could be using in the brawl to help you crush your opponent. First up then is Warlock, and they get the 6 cost spell Fellfire Potion. It does 5 damage to everything, which is pretty cool, and also because it is a 6 cost spell, there is the chance that you can get it from your crate, and obviously with the cost reduction that means that it's a 1 cost, deal 5 damage to everything, which is pretty awesome. Bear in mind though that everything does include you, so do be careful with it. On to Priest now, and they get a 6 cost spell called Dragonfire Potion. Same sort of thing, it does 5 damage to all minions except dragons. Obviously the crates aren't dragons, so it is a great way to clear the board, destroy the crates, and obviously if you have a load of dragons out, they are untouched and you can sweep in for victory. And then obviously because it is a 6 cost spell, there is a chance you get it from the crate, and obviously the cost reduction, yada yada yada. On now to Shaman, and they get a slightly more expensive Soulfire spell called Jade Lightning. It's 4 cost, it does 4 damage, and it also summons them a Jade Golem, so kind of handy for, destroying your own crate if you have no easy way to do that. Because you want to destroy the crates as quickly as possible, that's kind of it for the class specific spells. However, with neutral minions, you have the Kooky Chemist, who is the older brother of Crazed Alchemist, a very popular minion from the last time this brawl was played, because his battle cry is swap the health and strength of a minion. So effectively when you play this minion, you can swap the health and strength and then immediately destroy the crates. Kooky Chemist is a 4 cost 4/4, so it's slightly stronger than the Crazed Alchemist, but it's a little bit more expensive. However, if you have all 4 of them, then you shouldn't have any trouble destroying the crates. Due to the fact that you have to build your own deck for this week's brawl, it can be quite tricky to win if you're, say, new to the game or don't have many of the key cards that are vital to winning the brawl. So the idea is if you don't have those cards, you want to try and put a deck together that allows you to protect your crate as best as possible, maybe buff your crate, allowing you to swing in and destroy your opponent's crate, because the way to win this is by destroying both the crates, ideally every turn, getting the powerful spells which allows you to, say, bounce your opponent's minions back to their hand with the Hard Pack Snowball, or doing a board clear and then allow you to get the crates, snowballing that out effect, gaining the control, getting the momentum, and then allowing the victory. So keep that in mind, go and have some fun. Let us know in the comments below of any crazy combinations you've managed to get going. I'm going to play some games and have fun.
Tyrande versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
The moon give me strength.
Okay, so I've gone with the Priest because that's the best way to manipulate health. Obviously with things like Inner Fire, I've got buffs, and also I go with silences, because there's nothing better than silencing your opponent's crate. It means that if you destroy it, nothing happens, but it also means that they have a dead minion in their hand, because they're not as likely to kill it off. And then obviously you can then just focus on killing your own crate and getting your own spells. There's a fairly effective way of doing it that was used in the previous brawl. So anyway, so I thought I'd try that out. So to start with, I am going to go with the Shattered Sun Cleric. The Inner Fire is a great starting card because obviously I get the crate, so I can go straight in with it. But I am going to drop both the Song Stealers. So I'm against the Paladin, again, good class to use for buffs. So let's see what happens.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy Wintersville! Ha, ha! Ho, ho, ho!
Bearing in mind that at the start of your turn, when you get the gift, it will have the Summoning Sickness. So obviously I can't attack with it straight away. It is worth keeping that in mind for temporary buffs.
Blessings to you.
No Wintervale greeting though.
Hey, goons! Over here!
Okay,
Now, play nice, you two.
so that's what we get. A Tyrion. Absolutely.
More gifts.
That is why it is good to grab the gifts early. Because now I have a 4/4 on my side that he's not able to get rid of very easily, and I can just keep destroying his crates. Also, it doesn't look like he's aware of how to play this particular brawl.
Put your faith in the light.
See what we get this time. Hard packed snowball. Yeah, we'll get that. Because it means I can just bounce stuff back to his hand if he tries to buff anything up.
Gifts for all! Ha, ha!
What? They fell off the truck.
I'm out of here!
Okay, because he is now buffing his minions up, it is good to wait for them to be played before I use the snowball. Thus he is going to lose all that hard-earned buffing.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Sure, more snowballs. The Edric the Pure seemed like a nice idea, just to reduce everything to 1, but a 0 cost spell that bounces 3 of his dudes back into his hand after he's played them would just frustrate him loads.
Don't test me, child. Gifts for all! Ha, ha!
Out of bullets.
The victory is yours.
Maybe I overthought that a bit too much, but there you go, that's kind of how it works. Very simple, very straightforward. Pretty much had that one in the bag. Don't think he was going to be able to do anything. I think he probably realised that. Very easy pack win. Oh no, sorry, not pack win. Card back. So there we go. Here we are again at the card pack opening. Because I already had my card back on my European account, I received a card pack for beating my opponent. So let's crack it open and see what cards we get.
Rare.
Fairly straightforward ones. I find it particularly amusing that I've been meaning to change the card back from the Winter Veil event, and the one time that I do, it's the Winter Veil event. So yeah. Oh well. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed playing this week's Tavern Brawl. It's definitely worth doing, especially if you haven't got the card back yet. Let us know in the comments below how you get on. Don't forget to tell your friends and family about us. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, game over, yeah.